What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of my Last Epoch gameplay slash Let's Play series. I am super excited for this one because Last Epoch just released its new Season 2 update here, so we've got a lot of new stuff to check out. And I'm really excited for it because I played a ton of Last Epoch back in the original season, so I've been waiting a while for this new kind of content update and all the cool stuff that it has to offer. And I kind of haven't even really checked most of the update information because I want to be pretty surprised by a lot of the new stuff that this update has to bring. And if you haven't ever played Last Epoch before and you're just kind of finding out about the game now as Season 2 has come out, it is a action RPG quite similar to games like Diablo or Path of Exile or Torchlight, if you've ever played that one. And I'm kind of like a light action RPG player, so I haven't really played Path of Exile. I played Diablo 2 and 1 a little bit. But for me, like Torchlight and Torchlight 2 were kind of what made me really hooked on action RPGs. So back when I first played Last Epoch, it was like perfect for me. I loved it. It was super fun. Some people had issues with it, but I think a lot of the issues people had really came from just playing like the online, or not the online version, but when they're hooked up to the servers, they had like a lot of server issues and stuff like that, so it kind of had like a rough launch. But I was just playing offline where I have absolutely no issues. It's always been like a great game for me. So I played through Season 1 with 2 different characters all the way through the game. So for this new Season 2 update, we are going to do a fresh character. One, because we kind of have to, but also because just I want to experience everything new. And we are going to do a new class as well. When I first played the game, I played as a Sentinel, which is this class right here. Kind of like our melee class. We've got the Sentinel. I'm using a controller. We're going to use the mouse a little bit here just to kind of get through the characters. We've got the Sentinel. We've got a rogue character here. We've got the Mage class. The Primalist. And then we have the Acolyte. And as you can see, each class also has some sub-mastery classes as well, so as you progress in the game, you can pick a mastery and then kind of build your class based off those masteries here. But for today, for this gameplay series here, I think we are going to try doing a Mage playthrough here, just because I haven't used the Mage too much. I originally played my first couple playthroughs with the Sentinel and the Rogue here. So we're going to go Mage. Character name, we will go Mr. Moss. Already got a character like that. We will go we'll just go Moss. Whoops. Alright, Moss and the Mage. Here we go. Normal. Yeah, that looks good. We're not going hardcore. Create a class, here we go. Dive right into it.
In the beginning, there was darkness.
I'm gonna let this cutscene play out.
Myself
If you want to skip it,
and the void.
I'll drop a little timestamp in the video, or you can just skip ahead
I was content with
a
nothing.
few seconds.
She dreamt of light, of life, of humanity. We disagreed. And yet, in her world, there were gods. Mujasa of the desert, Lagon of the sea, Rye of the endless skies, and Hierot of the frozen tundra. But fate stole Reitera away. Without her, there was conflict, then wars. In the end, it was Rye who sought to outshine the sun that would pull the world into his flame. Caught within Rye's gaze were the Keepers, an order sworn to protect Reitera's memory. and the power it still holds. They were joined by someone unexpected, a traveler, willing to walk into the flames of war. But why? Was it honor they sought? Power? Redemption? Or was this fate? Perhaps. But no story is quite that simple.
All right. Does the story make sense to everybody now?
These roads are not kind to my bones. But I must hurry.
Yeah, these roads are not kind
A few days away.
to my bones, apparently. Alright, so it looks like we've got to head to the Keeper's Camps by following the old road here, the old road that's not kind to my bones. And with our Mage class here, looks like we're kind of starting off with a sort of a lightning bolt ability. And we can check our inventory here. We've got a little brass scepter. Fallen messenger's letter. In the hands of a fallen messenger, you find a letter from the Keeper's Council. It is addressed to me.
Our Heoborian allies informed us that you will attend the peace talks. Raya's war has reached our lands, and we are in need of aid. As keepers, we avoid conflict. We're dedicated to the goddess Atera's memory. That is, until Raya forced our hand. He wishes to destroy us and steal Atera's legacy. We can't let that happen. We need Herot's help. Your help.
Yes, we are here to help here. Yeah, and the cool thing about Last Epoch as well is that each one of these abilities, I can show you guys here in a second, but I'm already taking some damage here. So each one of our abilities, let's clear this out a little bit. If we go to our, whoops, they've actually changed the dash, how the dash works. They added it in an update a long time ago. They made it like smoother now. It used to be kind of jerky. You kind of like stop moving. I'm getting sidetracked. What do we have here? Traveling coat. It's the exact same as what we have now. Okay. So yeah, if we look, check out our skills here. The really cool thing that I like about Last Epoch is you have so many different skills to choose from, and you can actually level up. You can choose like specializations for each one of these skills. So once I get to level 4, I can choose to specialize in a skill here. And then you're able to modify your skills, so these skill trees, increasing different like attributes for them and adding different abilities. You can really like customize how you play. It's super, super fun. You can mess around with like tons of different builds and stuff like that. And the way I like to play too, I am, if you've kind of seen my channel before, I'm also doing like a Helldivers 2 playthrough series where I'm kind of going from noob to pro. And when it comes to things like that, I tend to like not do any research about the games, and I like to kind of figure stuff out on my own, as well as just kind of hearing comments from people on my channel. But as far as it comes to like builds and stuff, I prefer not even to look things up. I like to just like mess around on my own and figure stuff out. It's fun. So now that we're level 2, looks we got a fireball ability here that we can mess around with. So we can take a look. Fireball, 66 damage per second, has a 40% chance to ignite on hit. Added spell damage applies at 125% effectiveness. So lightning blast, we hurl a bolt of lightning at the target. Chains to an additional enemy each time it has been directly cast in at least 4 seconds, up to 2 times. 41 damage per second. Okay. And typically, just by knowing this game a little bit, I know that with that lightning ability, if we do a mastery in that, we're going to be able to turn that thing into just a crazy, like, web of lightning eventually, I'm sure. Now, I'm guessing the fireball is going to be better for individual targets, where our lightning bolt, oop, we don't want to die here, or our lightning bolt is going to be better for, like, crowd clearing, I'm sure. Let's equip that. What did that actually do? Some armor and added intelligence, which is good for like a mage class. Swapping skills. We don't really need that tip. We kind of know how to do that. Yeah, I'm hoping with this Season 2 update, I hope a ton of new people get to experience Last Epoch. 'Cause I know like the population of the game was getting pretty low. I think right before the update dropped, there was like 2,000 people in game at one time, and I think now, as of like yesterday at the update, there was like over 100,000, which is awesome. So I really hope the update is going pretty smoothly. I haven't been paying too close attention to what the community thinks so far, but I just know that this is one of my favorite action RPGs. And as you can see, I mean, it's starting off semi-slow, but I mean, within even just increased movement, attack speed, and cast speed, even within like the first hour, you'll go from just being like, yeah, the gameplay's a little bit slower, and then even at like level 10, you're already like causing massive chaos and stuff like that, depending on how you're choosing to build your character. But yeah, no, I'm hoping the update goes really well, and I hope a ton of people get exposed to this game because it's so good. I've got another new ability here, Snap Freeze. Some light. Right now my damage is pretty low. As you can see, we're probably gonna need a better primary weapon. And at least when I play other games, if I'm going mage, I definitely like to go for like a spell blade. Perfect, which is what we have right here. But we won't be able to choose that just yet. I think we've got to be, let's see, I don't remember the exact level we need to be first. Eventually we get to choose a mastery though. For now though, we get to pick some passive abilities. So we can go with the Scholar, where we get extra health and mana. Elementalist, increased your elemental damage. Fire damage, cold damage, and lightning damage. And an Arcanist, where we get more intelligence, which can help us with some of those mage abilities, fire resistance and lightning resistance. I enjoy going high damage, so we're definitely going to go Elementalist here. Increase that damage with our lightning and our fire.
Was there a family?
Everything's alright.
They were cornered, and there were so many. I can handle Osprix. I told them to stay back, to let me handle it. And they left.
Or you can't save everyone.
What good are we if we can't? Sorry, I just met you, and it's been a long road.
It's been an old road. Hard on the bones.
Are you also here for the peace talks?
That's right.
Because so am I. Name's Grail. Since we're both headed the same direction, why don't we go together?
Sounds good to me,
I
bub.
wonder, which of us will take down more Osprix?
It's gonna be me.
Let me watch you fight.
Alright, let's go. Fight through the burning forest. So let's check out this freeze ability here. Awesome. Now, does that do damage? I think it just... we'll check in a second. I believe it just freezes by the looks of that right there. Look at all this smoke here. Freeze these guys. Maybe. I'm loving this new dash ability. It is so much smoother than what it used to be. If you haven't played the game before, you don't understand, but I think a lot of people... Originally, there wasn't even a dash, if I remember right. Then eventually they added one, but it was kind of clunky. Now it's pretty smooth. I like it. Oh, and speaking of other action RPGs, one of the big ones I forgot was Grim Dawn. That was one that I put quite a few hours into as well. So for me, Grim Dawn and like Torchlight 2 are probably my top action RPGs. Fate as well, if you played the Fate series, that's another pretty good one. I just love these type of games. I'm not like a hardcore action RPG guy, where I'm like just grinding through the story just to get to the end game. I kind of love doing the campaign for these type of games. I really enjoy it. And the end game for Last Epoch is really good as well. Let's equip a few things here. Better armor. 6 armor increased. Elemental damage. Yep, we'll do that.
So
Nice.
much destruction. And for what?
For what? Yeah, so it looks like that doesn't do too much damage, if any at all. These guys out here. Okay, here we go. So now we are level 4. So we've unlocked... Where's this guy? We've unlocked a new specialization slot. And we got a new ability, Elemental Nova. Got crowd clearing type ability there. Let's spend another passive. You know we're going more damage there for sure. And then... Thought we were getting attacked. Okay. Choosing a mastery. This is tough. So let's see. Someone attack me right now. What do we choose to master in first, though? That is the thing. Fireball. Oh. So as you can see here, the fun thing with this fireball is we can almost turn it into... right off the bat we can modify it. We're getting more projectiles. Well, not right off the bat. It'll take a few levels, which I kind of like. Pierce chance. Oh, we could turn it into like a lightning fireball. I think we're going to master fireball ability. I like that. I like the idea of kind of turning this into like a fire shotgun type thing. I like that. So we're going to go winged fire. 1 point in that, so we get speed and range and more damage. Awesome. More speed, more range. I also like this one too. That's a good ability. And I'm actually going to... I kind of like having my X be my primary spell, so we're going to swap these here. Yeah, I like that better. I feel like going Y. I don't know, something about having X right there. My thumb is just like already on the X, so I like having that be my primary here. Other thing I didn't mention, speaking of X, I am not... So Last Epoch is controller compatible, which is awesome. I think action RPGs are great with the mouse. Like I played all the Torchlight games, mouse and keyboard, totally fine. But they're so good with the controller. I love it. So yeah, controller compatible. So when I'm saying X, that is X on an Xbox controller, not on a keyboard. Let's hit him with this a couple times. I got some loot.
We're almost there.
I got ourselves an amulet, some extra health. That's pretty good. That sword doesn't look too good. We'll grab it to sell it though. Why not? I kind of like that. Hide boots of the turtle. Part of the fun in the action RPGs for me is just the constant like comparing of items and like grinding for items, getting all the loot, seeing all those colors. Something about it is just so like it just gets that dopamine flowing. Getting all that loot. Hide boots the turtle. Alright, so obviously much better option for us. I kind of prefer going two-handed. Clearly getting a lot more damage with this here, so we're going to go that. This kind of broadsword here. And the other thing I'd like to do on ARPG is kind of clear the map out a little bit, because I know there's going to be some chests and things possibly that we can find here. I've also never played any of the Path of Exile games before. So if anybody has played those and has also played Last Epoch, how similar are the two games? I've heard I've heard Path of Exile is pretty complicated. It has like a steep learning curve, which is why I haven't really got into it too much, because I'm more of like a casual, which is why I enjoy like Torchlight. Like I think if somebody were to play Path of Exile and go into Torchlight, they would just be probably bored out of their mind. I think it's like way slower, but I really love those games. Not Torchlight 3. Torchlight 3 is doesn't count. First two are amazing though. I think we kind of cleared this area out. Yeah, and I think the learning curve for Last Epoch is really perfect. I mean, it slowly introduces you to those new abilities, explains everything really well, and the crafting system too, once we get to that, is super fluid, super fun to use. Alright, time to enter the Keeper's Camp. Oh, we got a letter here though.
The Keepers have proven difficult to track, but my observations revealed the truth. Their camps are neither chosen nor abandoned on a whim. There's a pattern to how they scurry. I instructed my soldiers to investigate the abandoned camps. Invariably, they're near shrines devoted to the eldest of gods. Each one was as empty as the last, save for meager signs of the Keeper's presence. They're not guarding the ruins. They're traveling between them, over and over. They must be moving with them. It'll be as simple as burning these vermin to ash. Raya wills it.
Sheesh. Alright, to the Keeper's Camp here. Alright, quest complete. A little bit of experience, a little bit of gold. That's it. To go back, they took everything. Ah. What do we have here?
Offered protection. More than protection. An alliance. But the truth is, we know little about him. Or his people. Prospect 1. He's one of the gods. Atera made him just as she made us keepers, and gave him a role by her side. He's the guardian of his people, and he does his job well. Prospect 2. He cares for his people. Like the goddess herself, he extends his heart to all who need support. He forms alliances, wanting to stand united. Meanwhile, Raya wishes to tear this world asunder. Prospect 3. His people are warriors. Paerborian fighters put ours to shame. We fight because it is necessary, while they relish in it. I'll take on being behind their blade any day. Thus, I propose we accept this alliance. It is not in our nature, but we keepers have a sacred duty to uphold. Without Heorot's help, our efforts might prove fruitless.
Alright, everybody got that from Keeper Lena?
Sounds like their leaders waiting up at the shrine. The keepers have done well.
Alright.
This place isn't too different from home.
Who are the Keepers
A
exactly?
group tied closely with our goddess, Atera. They've been indebted to her. But why, we do not know. Even their name is... Well, what do they keep? Do they adhere to another god, or just her? It's these mysteries
find
that
out.
interest the Osprix. Whatever secrets the keepers hold, I'm sure Raya wants them.
So what's next?
Now, we speak to the Keeper Council.
Alright.
Speaking of, I must head there now. Feel free to look around. I'll
Alright, see you
shortly.
soon, Grail. See you soon. Speak with Keeper Lena in the Keeper's Camp. So as we can see here, the Keeper's Camp, it is sort of like a little hub world. Yeah, so Keeper's Camp, this is kind of like our first hub world in the game. There's going to be a bunch of different hub worlds sort of as we progress in the story. And the other thing, too, if we take a look at our map, so currently we are in what's called the Divine Era. We've got a few different towns, which are our different hubs. So, first town here, Keeper's Camp. Bunch of different towns, we've got some dungeons as well in this Divine Era, but Last Epoch is all about time travel. So, we can then, later in the game, travel to the Imperial Era, where we've then got more different hub worlds, the map changes, we've got the Ruined Era, map changes, all that good stuff. End of Time, which this is going to be our end game, which is going to be in a long time, which I can explain in a future episode, but we'll get to that later. And then we also have the Ancient Era, in these, you kind of just find portals that will bring you to this area, so the story doesn't really have to do with this area too much, or at least it didn't in Season 1. Maybe now it does. I guess I'm not sure. But for now, Divine Era here. And so Hub World, we've got a shop here. We can kind of sell some of our loot that we don't need. And I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to like action RPG type games, I don't think I ever actually use my gold to buy like weapons and stuff. I prefer to just kind of find them. But I like to collect the gold. It's fun to kind of sell stuff. We've got the respec area. We can kind of respec our skills and our passives. Then we have like some storage and the waypoint in the middle that can bring us to different parts of the world. Alright, let's see what Lena has to say.
Grail was just telling me of your battle. I am Lena, one of the Keeper's Council. One of two. There should be more of us here.
I assume something happened.
Yes. Balthus and I remain, and he's not here. As such, I must ask for your help.
Ask away.
Balthus is busy checking on our sacred artifacts. We're protectors of Atera's history, and right now, they're in danger. Even
So what do we
now,
do?
The Osprix swarm all of our sacred vaults. I've already asked Grail to check one down in the mountains. There is another up north, where Balthus is. Could you make sure he's safe? There's word of a drake patrolling the skies.
Can do.
And our alliance is secure. We'll lend our
Sounds
aid
like I have work
heal
to do.
warriors
Sorry to
on.
cut you off. At Fortress. Oh my gosh. The Fortress Gardens, not the forest. We're just in the Burning Forest. Alright. Now we can use a portal. So if we hit R, we can drop a portal. It'll bring us back to the last town we visited. Which we're not going to do right this second, but... Vine crawlers. The other thing I love, and this is just a little like kind of minor thing about Last Epoch that I love, I feel like the sound. Something about the sound design is just so good. Everything just sounds so crisp. I like this fireball, but I think definitely it's gonna get better once we're able to turn it into like the fireball that shoots 3 versus the 1. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so this is cool. So, we've leveled up, now we've added a skill to our sort of like primary strike ability, which is fun. And this is something that I love about Last Epoch too. You can modify just your regular attacks with passives. So what we've just unlocked is Mana Strike. So on every melee attack we throw, we get 15 mana back. Also deals 15 base lightning damage, which is fun. So we have a little bit of lightning damage, and we're sort of like, got some vampirism for mana, which is super cool. Now, we could add one more point to our elemental damage, or we could add a little bit of intelligence for health. And I think we're going the route of more damage. And we've got another skill point for our fireball. So we can go one more here, more speed and range, more damage. Then after that, we can unlock that extra projectile, which I am looking forward to. That's going to be cool. Yes, our primary is already so much better. And the cool thing, definitely, if we're going sort of that Spellblade route, is that we'll always kind of... Yes, the cool thing that I was saying about going the Spellblade route eventually that we're going to do is we're always going to have a nice primary. It's going to be doing us a lot of damage as well as giving us more mana at the same time. So we're going to have some strong magic skills and a strong sword to go with us. So we found ourselves a chest here. Ancient Gardens. Gardener's Supplies. Look at all this nice loot here. Oh, we got a spear. Probably won't use that. I kind of like the slashing damage versus the poking. Hide boots, not really that useful. Some gloves that are useful to us. More boots of the turtle, we can sell those. We got a wand. Probably won't use the wand, but we can definitely sell it. Let's equip this. We get more intelligence. Increased casting speed, that's fun. More intelligence, more armor, but for the other boots, I think. We'll go the more armor route. These gardens are quite overrun, just as a side note. I mean, it's pretty wild. How'd they let it get this overrun? This is crazy. Bunch of quill hogs and some vine crawlers. We've been kind of neglecting this crowd clearing ability here. I actually didn't even take a look at this. 59 damage per second. Cast a Nova around that deals fire damage, cold, and lightning. So pretty much everything. So that's cool. Got a belt. It's better than our first one. For sure. Thing about the belts, too, is that... So this one we just equipped has 3 potion slots. The one we had before was 2. So now we're able to hold more health potions. I just whiffed bad right there. That was terrible. He's got that crowd clearing ability. I love this kind of ability on our sword here too, because I can just freely kind of spam these mage abilities. And then once that mana is drained, I don't have to worry about waiting for it to recharge. I can just start using the sword. I also neglected my freeze ability. That's pretty good, actually. I feel like whenever I play these games, I get so focused on using just like 1 or 2 abilities, I kind of forget to use some of the other ones that are pretty good. Freeze and slash.
I cannot do that.
Cannot do that. And if you look at our mini-map here, showing that we have a shrine right here, grants 200 increased stun chance and stun duration. Nice. So I can stun some enemies. Like that, level 6. Just like that, another passive. This time, let's go for a little... Actually, psych. More damage. I don't think we need the health or mana. It seems like we're okay for now. Let's make these abilities a little bit stronger first, then we'll worry about the health later. Who needs health? Don't need that health potion either. That should also... Oh, definitely we're going to want to equip that. Dog's a better helmet than what we have now. Yeah, 20 armor, physical resistance. We're just missing out on... Just losing 1 intelligence. That's we'll go for the armor. Especially if we're going spell sword. That's what we're going to opt for. There's something so satisfying about hearing the sound of picking up the gold. I feel like the gold doesn't even have like too many uses, besides for like respecking and then doing some of the gambling stuff, which is kind of fun. I just love collecting it. There's something about collecting things that's just so satisfying. That armor looks definitely better than what we have now. Okay. So we're getting a 3% increased elemental damage, dexterity, and some lightning resistance. Right on. That. That little flash that just popped up. Ooh, Pyromancer's Bastard Sword. Ooh, I like the sound of that. So same kind of sword we have now, the Bastard Sword, but we got the Pyromancer's version, which means we have fire damage now. And a chance to bleed on hit. That is nice. Give us more health, but less physical resistance. We'll keep the one we have now. And we've got another point in our passive, which means we get that fire spray now. So more projectiles, cost more mana, but that's okay. That's what we're going with. Yeah, look at that. That is nice. That is nice. So now we've got a little bit of crowd control with our fire instead of just hitting one individual target. That's pretty sweet. And we have some fire damage on this sword now too, and since we have that passive that's giving us more fire damage as well, it's probably going to help us quite a bit with this sword. Give us some perks. We could clear a little bit more of this, but I think we've got most of the map covered here. Look at this, we can just melt through the crowd with these fireballs now. That is awesome. Let's freeze them, then hit them with it. Hurricane Bastard Sword. So what's the difference with that one? Ah, lightning and a much higher chance of bleed. That could be interesting. Okay. So we're losing the fire damage, gaining chance to bleed. I like lightning damage. We're gonna keep the fire damage though, and lose out on that chance to bleed. That's fairly cleared. I would say we can head over to the fortress walls now.
I cannot do that.
Ah, I'm trying to force him to dash when he's not ready. Get past the Osprix invaders. Nice shrine here. What do we have? Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Moving faster and attacking faster. But look, I mean, we're just melting through people now. This is sweet. I wonder if these guys have some fire resistance, maybe. Freeze and slash. I got like a mini boss here.
I cannot do that.
Keep trying to make him do stuff he's not ready for.
I cannot do that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm like not looking at my cooldowns. A lot of I cannot do that.
I cannot do that.
If you believe you can, then you can.
I cannot do that.
We're just going in here. Okay, we take a little bit of damage there. Not too bad though. Now what do we have here? Pretty decent armor. So you're getting more armor, some dodge rating. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think we're gonna equip that. Mighty hide boots. Some mighty boots. Let's equip this. Do we equip the mighty boots? No, I don't think so. New waypoint. They actually, so this is just a little side thing. They changed, at least I think. It's been a while since I played, but I believe they changed the animation for those waypoints for Season 2 here. I kind of like it. Let's use these guys. The freeze with the fireball is a cool combo. A wand, we're not going to use the wands, but we're still going to sell it. Hide boots of life. There's too many of them. You're alright. Over there, they've invaded some old storage. They're building something in there. I'll look into it. Stay safe. We'll take a look for you. Ooh, look at that. Okay. This looks like we've got a unique. What do we have here? Jeez, okay. That's a lot. Fire Starter's Torch. Unique Brass Scepter. So we get some melee damage, spell damage, 23% chance to inflict spreading flames on hit, 32% more fire damage to enemies afflicted by spreading flames, increase fire damage over time, increase movement speed. Probably one-handed too. Let's see what that's all about. I kind of like having the big two-handed sword, but I'll give the unique a shot here. Flame Ward. Are we going to use that? We can probably replace Lightning. I have been using that. So Flame Ward grants a burst of 400 ward. Then for 3 seconds, hits deal 30% less damage to you and cause retaliatory burst of flames. So ward is basically a shield. Why not? We could use that. Or mess around with it. It's fun to try new skills here. And new passive. And we're going more damage. Okay, we also got we got another new skill. What do we replace that with? What do we try it out with? Glacier creates 3 successively larger ice explosions in the target direction. Each explosion deals more damage than the last. That's better than the freeze ray. I assume. I mean, I like the look of it. Alright, the storerooms. Let's try this new Glacier. That is pretty sweet. Okay. Scholar's Gloves. We'll pick them up, we'll check them out later though. No time to examine those stats too much. I love these fireballs, those are so cool. Shards. So these we'll use for crafting later. Those are kind of like gems from like Torchlight or something like that, where you can kind of add some extra modifiers to our armors and weapons. Whoops! I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't mean to hit the ward there. Let's actually. I kind of like. We're gonna change things up here. We're gonna change that. Y is going to be our Glacier. We're going to go RB for our ward. Yeah, that Glacier Strike is sweet. I like that a lot. Warrior Shrine. Warpath for 20 seconds, 20 plus strength, and increased movement speed. That is a cool shrine. Look at that. Swinging a hammer? An axe, maybe? Move forward. Oh, I was hitting the wrong enemy. I thought that was the boss. Melted him, though. Wow. Too easy. Oh, I'll probably sell that. Oh, sabotage. Cool. That was easy. Alright. Helped him out, no problem. So you head toward the storage. Are they gone? They are gone. I should thank camp. Passive, alright. Now let's... Okay. Preparation. Every 3 seconds, your next elemental spell deals increased damage and has a chance to slow enemies on hit. Next spell, increased damage, 20%. So that means our first fireball we cast will deal more damage and slow. Ward gained per health. When you drop below 70% of your health, you gain a burst of ward. Based on your maximum health is increase. Oh, this effect has a 12-second duration. Let's do that. Why not? We can make our fireball turn into like a nuke, maybe. I guess not even a fireball. It'd actually probably work better with that Glacier. Where are you? Keeper Lena sent me. Keeper Balthus? Is that how you say it? Instead of protecting the shard, the Osprix won't be able to pass through the inner door without a symbol of a Terra. but they'll break it down before too long. Take them out. Here, I hid the symbol from them. They left me alone thinking I was already dead. Take it. I'll unlock the door to the shard chamber. Please help the office. I'm going in. I've got a passive, I got some gold, okay. We'll throw another into the damage, why not? Do we have more skill points? We don't, okay. Alright, let's enter the shard chamber here. That glacier is nuts, that is so cool. That sash of life. Oh, we got another boss here, okay. Let's equip that ward. Oh no, we're out of mana. Doesn't matter. Took him out easy. Okay, I got some shards. Assassin Jade Amulet. The sound of that.
Once I deciphered the Keeper's movements, the vaults were easy to find. Between my engineer's finest munitions and the strength of my pet, we managed to crack one open. Only to... What would be the purpose of such a stronghold if it were to house nothing? Yet I could tell they were here,
equip.
just as I predicted.
This amulet could be better here. Okay, so we're losing out on health. We get attack speed. Chance to find potions, increase critical strike chance. So we're going to equip that instead. More health. Lightning damage. We'll keep the lightning damage. Yeah, we'll keep the lightning damage. Alright. Shard chamber.
This way.
Speak with Keeper Balthas.
The Osprey will take the shard!
They're coming.
The Drake! Tread carefully.
Let's turn this shield on here. Can't tell if I like this scepter better than that sword. I kind of like having the big sword. Oh, and the cool thing about even having that passive on our primary weapon is that we can actually... Oh, whoops. What was I doing? Yes, that we can actually do a mastery in that primary weapon ability too. So we can kind of change how our primary works, which is super cool.
It isn't safe.
Let's sell that. Oh, a ring. We'll probably want that.
That should hold them. First things first, thank you. The Ospricks grow more troublesome by the day. We've reinforced our walls, supplied our men, and taken out dozens of them. Yet, they're still here, using brute force now.
Through their Drake.
Howling monster circling the vault. Yes. So, I see you lack Keeper's robes. I take it Lena sent you.
Yes, she did.
Lovely. While your help has been appreciated, I have everything under control.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm protecting the Epoch, of course.
What is this place?
Here, it's a fortress, meant to keep unruly treasure hunters from locating the shards of the Epoch. Or at least it's supposed to. Drastic times.
Shards of the Epoch.
Did Lena not tell you?
Nope.
Well, tell you what. Let's get out of here first, and then I'll explain more. These beast talks are hardly worth it if you don't know why Orion is after us.
Right. Alright, we'll escape the vault. Let's get out of here. That glacier is so cool. We're definitely going to specialize in that one, but I think first, before we specialize in that, I think we'll definitely have to specialize in our primary, just because we use, since we're going Spell Blade, Spell Sword, it's a fun route to go. Also, something about breaking pots is also just so satisfying. It's the little things. Like this. Ah, something so nice about that. Here. And just more loot, more gold. Could always use that. More gold. What do we have here? Drops gold. Okay. Not the best shrine, but still cool. That level up kind of saved us. And we got a new skill specialization. Perfect. We already kind of know what we're going to go with here. We'll grab that. And let's do that real quick too. Let's go another passive. I think now that we're already at 6 here, we're just going to maximize this first before kind of adding more skills. We want all that damage here. And we unlocked a new skill, specialization, and we're definitely... It'd be cool to go Glacier, but we're going to go that Mana Strike. Let's see here. What can we go with? Oh, attack speed. It's going to eventually turn into some lightning damage, which is cool. Mana gained per hit. We could definitely use that. Ward gained per hit. That's good too. Mana Strike has an additional melee lightning damage equal to percentage of your current mana. Lightning damage. We get 2 points now because it kind of brought us up a little bit. So we're going to go one of those. And we're going to go attack speed as well. More attack speed, more lightning damage. Gosh, look at that. I mean, also, as you can see, even just within this like hour that we played so far, started off slow, and we've already, by level 8, turned ourselves into a beast. Like, just like that. Ah! So that's why exploring is useful. We found ourselves another chest. We kind of check our mini-map here. Some more loot. The Keeper's Contingency. We're just going to grab everything, kind of take a look at it later. Oh, we're not going to grab the shield. We could sell those, but... Okay, now that we could actually use. We could definitely use that. Another wand. Probably don't need that because our inventory's getting kind of full. But I think we are going to equip this. 20 armor, intelligence. Oh, we got a lot more armor. And health regeneration. For sure, okay. I think we have an offhand that automatically equipped. Let's see, ward gained when damage leaves you to low health. Chance to slow attackers and avoid resistance plus intelligence. Okay. Okay. I like going two-handed, but we'll mess around with this unique and that offhand a little bit. Yeah, just got another level for our fireball. Sweet. Now if we keep going this route, we can eventually get more projectiles, which sounds awesome. Or let's see. Fireball's fire in a sequence, it kind of turns into a 3-round burst thing. Not sure if I like that. We're going to go this route, which can turn it into some lightning damage. Which I kind of like too, but I kind of want to get those extra projectiles, so we're going to go this route. So base critical chance is increased. We'll need one more of those so we can get more projectiles. Turn this fireball into just like a firestorm. Northern Road. Is this road also hard on his old knees? He hasn't said it, so it must not be. Another big waypoint. Those new waypoints look so cool. I love that.
I'm sure you have questions, but let me first check and make sure the Epoch's safe.
I do have some questions, bub. What is going on?
Good. No.
Bruh. How are we gonna know? How's he gonna answer my questions now? Malthus, what just happened? Who was that? That was Orion, Osprey's general. We've seen him up in their camp, but never like this. Looks like they went toward the highlands where the Ospreys are based. There's too many. It's no use. I'll handle it. Yo, what? Back to camp with us. And let's see what we have down here. Chest. Perfect. A little bit of gold. Shard. Oh, actually, let's grab that ring. Dodge rating. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, and now we're going to return to the camp. We're going to open a portal, head back to the nice and quick. Alright. Back to our camp, and I think this is a good spot to end episode 1 of our Last Epoch Let's Play / gameplay / playthrough series. So, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you get the game. It is amazing. And hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.